Hey guys, Travis Turner here, $1 Million Man. Just wanted to give you some Airbnb hosting tips because you may be interested in buying your first Airbnb property and you don't know exactly where to start or what you're looking for. And no, I'm not an ambassador for Apple, although everything that I own is actually Apple. So moving on to the Airbnb side of things. Number one, I currently host 9 Airbnb properties. I've done it for about 1.5 years. I'm a Superhost on Airbnb. I have over 200 reviews already and counting. I've been doing this with a team now, and it is growing, and it is an awesome business if you know what you're doing and you do it right. And I'm going to save you the headache with what I'm about to tell you. So you're looking for your first Airbnb property. You're not exactly sure what you're looking for or how you're going to furnish this property or what type of property you even need to look for. You're basically starting from scratch. And if you're not starting from scratch, this still may be for you because there's some helpful tips in here that can benefit you to make you more money, and that's the reason that I do this. Number one, don't cheap out. Buy professional photos, okay? I know it sounds crazy. Don't take them with your phone. Don't go in there and take your photo half-cocked sideways, like an example, where you can see your toilet seats up, or you have a picture that's slanted on the wall, or you have a terrible angle, or the color's off, and the house looks completely dark. Make sure that you spend money on good quality photos from a photographer. It may cost you $100, $200, $250 to get these photos done, but it is well worth it. Because when people go to book your Airbnb, where do they look? It's online, it's not in person, they've never seen the property before, so in order for them to book it, it's got to stand out. And how is it going to happen or stand out is by having professional photos when everybody else has phone photos. So that's number one, professional photos matter over anything. After that, number two is you're inside your amenities. So now what you're going to do is you're going to make your place cute, you're going to make it pop, you're going to make it simple. Anything and everything in an Airbnb can be, will be, or possibly will be broken or stolen. So do not put anything in there that you're unwilling to lose or to have broken, okay? It happens to the best of us. No matter what you do, stuff will happen, things happen, people spill, people break, people take. So make sure that you have some cute knockoff little items, things to put on the walls, mirrors, anything like that. Make sure that you're not spending an extravagant amount of money, but you want to make it cute. You want to make it where they can easily use everything and where everything has a use, whether that is cosmetic or use such as a table or a side table. You want to make sure that you have a couch and you want to have a coffee table so you could set your drinks on. Things like that are very convenient are huge. Coffee makers, Keurig coffee makers with the K cups, that's a great idea. Little extra amenities will go a long way. So make sure that your property is decked out with items and that on your listing that the property actually mentions these things. Because if you have them and you don't mention them and those people are looking for a specific thing, they may not book your property because you have not told them. So make sure that it is on there, easily seen or read, and it is there for them to use. So that's number two. Number two is huge, extra amenities. Number three, pick a good location, okay? So if you're looking in other markets especially and you don't know the area, get with a realtor. Don't just try to buy something and get with a realtor that knows what they're doing, right? So I'm very familiar with the Lubbock, Dallas, and Midland market. But if I'm buying somewhere else, I will use another realtor in that area to help guide me and find me a property in a good location. Because you want to either be where everything is now or everything is going to be relatively soon, because people book Airbnbs based off convenience to locations, and if you're away from everything where the town happens or where the nightlife or all the concerts or events or whatever they're going for, they're not going to book your place except for dead last because they want to be as close to the venue as possible. Okay, so make sure to pick a good location somewhere, someplace, and typically these locations are places that appreciate in value over time. So it's also going to be a good investment as well as make you more money. If you have to venture outside of the top area and you don't want to spend that money, at least find something unique about the property that would drive people to it, such as curb appeal, such as the number of people that it can sleep and how large the property is, or maybe some exterior amenities like a park with a play set or a community pool, or maybe your house has a pool itself, so that would drive traffic to go there outside of the regular norm of heading towards the dense population zones, okay? So we want to make sure our location is good. Okay, so number 4, hinging off of location. This one's going to be big as well. I highly recommend buying a property that you can utilize in case it's not rented. The reason I say this is because the Airbnb market goes like this. It goes up and down, up and down. Over the seasons, it can be slower. If you pick a property in the mountains and it's a ski resort, yes, you're going to have some traffic in the summer months, but during the winter months, it's going to be booked. You're going to have people skiing, having a blast, and in the summer, it might nosedive, right? So we want to make sure that we're covered, and it may be, and so pick a spot that you would like to be in during the off time. Maybe there's a month where it's not booked, or maybe a couple weekends, and you could take the family out there to your vacation home and have a blast. So that way it gives you intrinsic value, as well as you're also making money on the times that it's rented. Because nothing is worse than a bad investment or a house that is sitting not making you the money that you wanted, and you have nothing else to do with it but watch it on the computer. So pick something that has some benefit or value to you outside of just strictly making a paycheck, because long-term rentals are way better at doing that, way less work, and way less stressful. So if you're going to buy a property for an Airbnb, find something that you can utilize as a vacation home, a future kid's college home, whatever. Make sure it has a secondary use. Last, I'll tell you, and definitely not least, is your management software. So this also encompasses cleaning. So you have your management software for hosting properties, and you have your cleaning management software that's going to help with cleaners. So the management software that I use is called IGMS. So management software is all encompassing with cleaning, with hosting properties, responding to people on time, and reviews, you name it. Anything after one property, you're going to want to have a management software. The reason I say this is because it allows you to cross-post on multiple platforms such as Airbnb, VRBO, Direct Booking, Booking.com, and all the other ones out there, and it keeps it centralized on one calendar so that way you don't overbook or double book somebody and end up with an issue. So it'll cross block out properties for you. As one gets booked on October 1st of 2023, let's say, then the program will automatically block October 1st, 2023 on VRBO if they book through Airbnb, or vice versa. So that is a huge benefit, so you don't have to go back and forth and block them manually. Also, it keeps track of all your revenue and your money earned through both platforms, I'm sorry. So you get to keep track of all your money and income earned in one system. Also, it does auto responses. In order to be a Superhost, you have to have a rating above 4.8. You have to have a certain amount of reviews. I think it's more than 10. And you also have to maintain a response rate of 24 hours, and they recommend you responding within an hour. And that is almost impossible if you sleep. So everybody sleeps, everybody has vacations, or you're in a massage, or you're at dinner, or your kid's ballet party, or whatever it may be. If you're at something you don't respond, they're going to ding you for that. So these programs, you can set up templates. Anytime that they book something, it sends them an automatic message. Anytime it's the day of arrival, it sends them a message. Anytime they're leaving, it sends them another message. And these are huge. So I have a whole thing booked out on how I template out my Airbnbs and what they say. And this helps me to maintain my Superhost rating and keep people happy. Also, in this management software, you are able to edit all of your listings through one central platform. So you don't have to go to each individual website and update things manually. Some of them you'll have to update a few details back and forth, but for the most part, everything is done on the platform. It is super, super handy and easy to get information to clients and to respond to them. And it allows you to help, it allows you to work with a team. So if you have somebody that's gonna help you be doing these properties and hosting, you can set them up with their own account. If you are hosting for third-party people like other owners, you can give them their own account. You can give cleaners their own account so that they can see the calendar, so that way they know when to go clean the property and when it's going to be vacant and when it's not going to be vacant, when it's going to be vacant and when it's going to be occupied. So huge benefit management software. There's also software for cleaners. The cleaners can bid on jobs and property, and you would show them your property, and they can bid on how much it's going to cost to do your property, and that's a way to keep costs down and keep everything competitive. I recommend finding somebody that you trust and that you like, pay them well, it's hard work. The fee is paid by the guest who is staying anyway. So find you somebody that you trust and you want to help earn some money, but will also do a good job. It's not hard to train them on what to do. You show them exactly how you want it set up each time, and then when they go in there after a couple nights stay, they put it back together and it's ready to go again for the next person. So these are my top 5 tips for Airbnb hosting. I hope you utilize these, and I hope you make a lot more money than you are now, unless you're absolutely killing it. In that case, please message me and let me know what you're doing different, because that's what I want to do. Feel free to email me at travisturner@blrlbk.com or message me on here. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day and happy hosting.